Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Well, last time I had intended to go and meet with Jaheria's Harper contacts, but wound up deciding to explore the map and had a long rambling conversation with a wannabe adventurer, which did wind up paying off and giving us very useful for a bard necklace, which I honestly should have given to him. He might have not been a bad bard, the way he loved talking and impersonating things. But then we went and explored all the other places on the map we hadn't been yet. Have not gone into the brothel or the flop house that we think is tied to the killings just yet. And I did just manage to accidentally talk my way into Worm's Rock Fortress, where Gortash was surprisingly ready to speak to us, which makes me wonder why all the fuss at the gate over here, although it may explain why the Flaming Fist weren't sent chasing after us. Anyway, with time of the essence and Lord Gortash waiting and his coronation imminent, we're now going to go talk to the Harpers. I'm kind of a contrarian that way.
Interesting.
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing axe.
You break it, you... Well, knowing Enthal, it was already broken.
Don't draw any trouble on old Enthal. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
So yeah, retired adventurer running a very nice weapon shop with 2 orc bodyguards. This is not a place to cause trouble.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble...
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Enthal. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
Pleased to meet you, Harper and Tharl.
You seem a nice sort, so I'll assume the insult was accidental.
Entharl's no Harper, and claims no love for those who are. But he's been known to shelter us when we need it.
Entarl has been known to charge rent. Harpers have been known to ignore him. Now go on. The short father may send me an actual paying customer today.
Well, I like his snarky attitude. I'd like to look at your stock.
To buy? You're already my favorite.
And we just got a rusty key. So let's see what he's got. Let's see, Gauntlets of the War Master. Targets have a disadvantage on saving throws against your maneuver and weapon actions. Attack +1. Handy for a fighter. Horns of the Berserker, very rare. Seeking Blood. You gain a +2 to attack rolls when attacking creatures that have already taken damage. Picking that one up for Karlik. Blightbringer, very rare. Attacking gnomes or dwarves as weapon receives a +1d4 to attack and damage rolls. When someone's critical hit, it also slows the target creature. Arrow of Aberration Sling, Psychic Resistance. Monastery Gloves, your unarmed attacks deal cold damage, handy from a Cloak of Displacement. At the beginning of the wearer's turn, the cloak activates, granting enemies disadvantage on attack rolls. That's for me. Let's see, Splint Armor, Half Plate Armor, Garb of the Land and Sky. When using Patient Defense, that's Monk. Chainmail, Studded Leather, Breastplate, Scalemail +2. I've already got my Studded Leather, thank you. Leather Armor, Hide Armor. Plate Armor +1. Let me just look into Rapier, Hand Axe, and Shocking Grasp, and a couple of Healing Potions, always welcome. And what the heck, we'll throw in some Animal Speaking because I think we're running low. And you know, at this point, Let's go for the tools. Why the heck not?
A pleasure. Jaheria needs more friends like you.
Rich ones, you mean?
You're on the door till our...
And yeah, somehow up until now, I've never gotten Matthias a cloak. Which does not show up. Oh, actually, it is right there underneath my harp. Actually, hold on one moment.
Very well.
One thing I must do before we go any further.
You told me the armor was a bargain.
It was, but good armor is hard to find.
Welcome back to Calms Garms. We've got clothes for you.
That pattern was atrocious. Garms and arms, really?
I already told you. If patterns you make, sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit.
Not that I anticipate needing this much of it, but better to need the thing and not have it. Scratch that, reverse that.
Remember.
Alright, so now that I have a fresh batch of my favorite preferred dye color,
Supposed to see their optics.
and a cloak that now matches my stealthy dark persona, and
That seems like a lot.
You told me the armor was a bargain.
It was, but good armor.
Enthal's retired the dancing axe too. Was the only reason anyone came into this place.
Alright, so you see Harper, and a Harper.
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheria. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
Geraldus isn't nervous. He's terrified. And he's using Seluna's tears as some kind of code.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jahira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
So we've got Detect Thoughts. What, Marcus had wings? Yes, Marcus. Such a shame a dashing fellow turned out so evil, isn't it? Yeah, we're not going to go for the silly bard option here. Strike them while Jaheria has them distracted. What's the meaning of Seluna's tears, Jaheria? I think we know darn well. But yeah, I'm going to take her lead on this one.
The problem with Marcus, of course. We didn't end on the best of terms.
The enemy is surprised. Apparently he is on our side in this, as evidenced by the yellow circle. let's go ahead and put that where that will do some good against the sniper.
Heading there.
And let's get it to where our party is not in one big disorganized clump.
No choice but to keep going.
And well, I've got a whole inventory full of trick arrows I have yet to use. And if ever there was a place for an arrow of many targets or roaring thunder, where is my arrow of many targets? Many targets, many targets. Many targets. Actually, many targets, not going to be the best one here. So let's go with a darkness arrow to keep the sniper from shooting us. Can I pummel strike the one who's almost down?
Blood follows me everywhere.
I can, but not quite enough to finish her off, it seems.
What must be done? I go hunting.
Battle of wits. Outflank, outsmart.
And dramatic as a fireball would be right now, it's not the most practical. Well, we'll go ahead and do a haste, and what the heck, let's polymorph. Shapeshifter. Let's see, so that one is down, that one is down, that one is down. That just leaves the one who ran that way.
Best be on my way.
Always this same old song. Stalking.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder?
Mahler's mark. How many more Harper's dead?
Now let's see, nothing on that one.
Let's have a look.
Just a arrow fire and heavy crossbow on that one. Good thing we got that one, considering what it could have exploded. Kill order, a plain unadorned note. You want one of those Harper smiles much longer? Orn is given the order. Kill the crone, but not before you tell her how her little soldiers died. Preserve some Harrison if you can. The Chosen would like to string a harp of her own.
Oakfather, east the road. Let's see.
Alchemist fire, holy water, and grease bottle.
Taking a look.
Let's see, the city's Harpers appear to operate independently, each separate cell feeding into a ranking member who oversees the larger network. It's an effective method distributing their efforts and ensuring that each unit is safeguarded against the infiltration of others. But once already compromised, their structure is their greatest weakness, with no individual Harper being able to tell where the contamination began and how far it spread. And so they scramble to rebuild themselves. We carry on with the Chosen's work. Yeah, that is the problem that the Harpers have in the game world playing D&D 2. They are effective, but they are also very independent, which makes organization a problem, since you can often have Harpers working at cross purposes, with one person trying to infiltrate a group and everybody thinking that the deep cover work they're doing is the act of some actual evildoer.
Hello there.
Actually, let's let Matthias do the one to talk to this guy.
Did I get it right?
Seluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead, evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult, High Harper. They're part of it. Ballists, I think.
Yeah, we kind of figured.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomon. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and... I had no choice!
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheria! High Harper, please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper, when you could still live as anything else?
You did your part, go live your life. Wait, you're acting like this is his fault. It's yours. Yep. I'd say, yeah, you know, nobody can make that choice, not even you. Especially, you know, if you're going to hear the whole idea of the Harpers being an independent group.
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low, and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here.
Oh, heck. Alright. Let's talk. Orin knows the hunt. One stroke she places the Harpers beyond our reach, separates us from our pack.
Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves.
Except Geraldus.
Except Geraldus. It has been some time since anyone dared rap my knuckles like you did. No less than I deserve. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jahira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
There's no Baldurian alive who doesn't know that name.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die.
I suspect there's more to the story than that.
There always is. But that is still the fundamental fact of it. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's a cruel choice to have to make.
The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either.
Why are you only telling me this now?
Because I was playing the pragmatist, and writing my friend off for dead. Then I met you. If I seem suddenly flushed with hope and soft feeling, you have only yourself to blame. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Alright, well, as long as we're chatting...
Even the venerable Harpers are compromised by the Absolute's poison. A grim turn of events, but one we must take in our stride.
We can't rely on the Harpers. Not when Orin has them infested with shapeshifters. We're on our own. Though, I suppose we're used to it by now.
You kind of are, yeah. And what the heck. Let's head back to camp and talk with everybody else. Including that strange little girl who is almost certainly not a shapeshifter, come to kill us.
Moving in.
Shapeshifters in the Harpers. My dad always admired their mission. Said they gave up their entire lives so we could live safely and ask for nothing in return. We'll rout them, right? For the city and for Dad. You're gonna have to...
Alright, looks like we have quite a few conversations. Or, it's definitely highlighting that we have a conversation option with Will. Let's check with everybody else first.
I fought proudly alongside Harpers once. But it seems we cannot place our trust in them now. Not while Orin has their ranks infiltrated.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden?
So much for the cavalry riding to our rescue. This is what we get for putting our faith in a network of spies, I suppose.
Alright.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty.
A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
Safe refuge on left. This must be Gortash's doing.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. The Harpers have been compromised. A balancing power now unbalanced. Jaheria's support has been invaluable. We should return it in kind.
Noble thought. But with that said, let's head upstairs and see if what's-his-name is aware of what is going on in his back room.
If your lot have cracked another bloody cask,
They're dead, Entharl. Doppelgangers were using them as bait.
Seems they snared more than they could skin in you. Did Geraldur survive?
Alive. But he'll need some time to recover.
I'll tuck the boy up tight till he's ready to get back to harpering. What will you do?
Continue the hunt.
Aye. Silly question, I suppose. What do you need?
Sounds like you've left some buddies to bury. Plus side, Enthal pays overtime.
Go on. If the Steel Watch come poking around, my brother and I will earn our coin.
I'd love to see one of them
You
in a
told me the
fight.
armor was involved.
A real fight. They smash it. It's hard to find.
Well, I think that next time
Dinner with your folks.
we are going to get around to solving the murders and exploring yon flophouse. So we will go ahead and save here
We can bond with 10 other people
and pick up from here next time. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if it is your will. And we'll see you next time. Take care until then.